Good morning, everyone. Let's begin with a question. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling strangely empty, where the person was charming, agreeable, said all the right things, and yet something felt off, as if you'd just shaken hands with a beautifully crafted mannequin, rather than connected with a human being? What you might have encountered is a fake personality, not in the dramatic, villainous sense we see in movies, but in the subtle, everyday way that erodes trust and genuine connection. Today, in the next 10 minutes, I want to equip you with a kind of authenticity compass. We'll explore not to become cynical detectives, but to become wiser connectors, to spot the dissonance between the performance and the person. First, we must define our terms. What is a fake personality? It's not simply someone having a bad day or being polite in a professional setting. Authenticity isn't about brutal, unfiltered honesty at all times. A fake personality is a constructed facade, consistently maintained to manipulate perception, gain approval, control a narrative, or extract a resource, whether that's your admiration, your trust, or your cooperation. It's armor worn not for protection, but for conquest. So how do we spot the seams in this armor? Look for these three key areas: consistency, motivation, and emotional resonance. Point 1. The inconsistency test. Authenticity is like a deep, steady current. A fabricated personality is more like surface ripples, changing with the wind. Watch for the gaps. Contextual chameleons. Does this person's core identity seem to shift completely depending on who they're with? Are their values, tastes, and opinions a perfect mirror of their present company? One moment they're a rebellious free thinker with you, the next a corporate conformist with the boss. The core self is stable. A facade is adaptable to the point of being formless. Word-deed misalignment. This is the most powerful detector. Listen not just to their promises, but track their actions. Do they preach loyalty but gossip incessantly? Do they champion humility, but turn every story back to their own glory? The fake personality is often a collage of attractive ideas about being good, kind, or reliable, but it isn't backed by the behavior. The script is convincing, but the actor forgets to move the props. Point 2. The motivation mystery. Ask yourself quietly, what is this performance for? Authentic interaction is an exchange. A fake personality is often a tool for extraction. The spotlight's relentless pull. In a group, does every anecdote, no matter where it starts, inevitably circle back to their triumph, their suffering, their unique insight? Authentic people are interested. Fake personalities are interesting on purpose. They are often collecting admiration, using your attention as validation fuel. The victim-perpetrator seesaw. Be wary of someone who is always the blameless victim in a world of antagonists, or conversely, the perpetual hero in a world of incompetence. This is a curated narrative designed to elicit your sympathy or awe, and to absolve them of any accountability. Life is messy. We all play different roles. Those with a fake personality stick to a single sanitized script. Point 3. The emotional echo or lack thereof. This is the most intuitive check. Genuine connection creates a resonance. The empathy gap. Do they perform concern without feeling it? They might say, "That's terrible," with a perfect frown, but their eyes don't soften, and their next question is abruptly about themselves. They know the lines for caring, but they cannot sit with you in your feeling. The emotion is mimicked, not shared. Superficial depth. They may share personal stories, but they feel curated, rehearsed, designed to create a specific image. The resilient survivor. The worldly traveler. There's no vulnerability in the now, only a polished presentation of a past vulnerability, already packaged for your consumption. True intimacy involves unscripted, in-the-moment sharing. Now a crucial warning: our goal is discernment, not condemnation. Sometimes, what looks like a fake personality is a wounded person hiding behind walls. Sometimes it's profound social anxiety. Your job isn't to publicly unmask anyone. So what do you do with this knowledge? First, trust your gut. That feeling of emptiness, that slight dissonance. It's your ancient instinct recognizing a pattern it cannot yet consciously name. Don't rationalize it away immediately. Second, employ the pressure test of time and challenge. A facade is hard to maintain under pressure. A gentle disagreement, a minor setback, a request for a small, inconvenient favor. Watch how they react. Authenticity might get flustered or frustrated, but it remains fundamentally real. A fake personality might crack, revealing anger, contempt, or a sudden withdrawal. Third, and most importantly, anchor yourself in your own authenticity. The best way to spot what's false is to be deeply rooted in what's true. The more you honor your own feelings, set your own boundaries, and embrace your own imperfect, genuine self, the more glaring and obvious the artificial performance becomes. You become a tuning fork that can't resonate with the wrong note. In conclusion, Spotting a fake personality isn't about collecting a list of villains. It's about honing your perception to navigate the human world with clarity. It's about preserving your emotional energy for connections that are reciprocal and real. It is ultimately an act of respect for the truth and for your own capacity to engage with it. Look for the consistency between word and deed. Question the hidden motivation. Feel for the true emotional echo. And remember, while you may encounter many convincing performances in your life, the most powerful role you will ever play is yourself. Thank you.